What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shaquila's Treasures, hitting you with an how-to art tutorial. And in this tutorial, I will be teaching you how to paint sunflowers. So, you're going to need a few things. Today, we are working with a black canvas, and you'll need 2 paintbrushes, one round and one flat. And also, the colors that you will need for this painting will be titanium white, primary yellow, yellow ochre, phthalo blue, light green, and burnt umber. So let's get started. I hope you have everything. So, first step, get you some titanium white and make a circle. And then you're going to make multiple circles. And you're going to fill in those circles with the titanium white. We're using white because of the color of the canvas. The color black overpowers color, so white is going to be our base color for our sunflowers. And you'll see why eventually. And you're going to make oval shapes and fill those in at the very top of your painting because the sunflowers are at different angles. Now we're going to make our stem. So you're just going to make a line from the side of the oval, ovals, and you're going to do the very same with the ones at the top. And after that, you're going to make the shape of the petals. See, when I was looking at my sunflower, I learned that sunflower petals have a variety of shapes, and there's so many of them. But I also think that it's good to simplify its shape. So I suggest that you make the shape of a backwards V as your petals. And after you make one petal, well, all of your petals, you're going to connect them with a line in between. And then you're going to fill your petals in with white. Because like I said, titanium white is our base color. Okay, and you continue to make more petals on your other sunflowers. And each sunflower is different. So the second sunflower is a bit bigger than the first sunflower. But you're going to use the same process and step as you used for the first sunflower. So don't be afraid. Make a backwards V shape to create your petals. And fill them in. And also don't forget to your line in the center of your D. Now, for our top sunflowers, you'll see very different angles. So the petals are going to be a bit different. So instead of backwards V's, you're going to make triangle shapes and fill them in the best you can. And also with these, there are stems at the top because of the angle. So you're going to make a V shape for the stem and then fill them in. Now, after we have our base color, which is white, we're going to fill it in with the color burnt umber. Or as you can see, it's just brown. Right now we are laying our colors. So when laying your colors, there aren't really any details. It's all about starting a foundation. And the burnt umber is in the center of our flowers. Now, after you get the base color of your sunflower, you're going to get the colors yellow ochre and primary yellow, and you're going to mix them together to make the petals. So fill them in with the primary yellow and yellow ochre. Try your best not to fill in the stems as you do this. And we're just laying our colors. This is our foundation. So don't worry if it doesn't look necessarily real right now. You're not doing details just yet. So be patient with yourself. Laying colors is an important foundation to a painting. In the beginning, it looks flat. But you'll see, I'll show you how to make contrast in this sunflower. And now, keep in mind, I'm not a realist when it comes to painting, but I do want your painting to pop out at you and your guests whenever they see it. Okay, now after that, you're going to paint your stems. You're going to use the color green, and that's it. And we're still laying our colors. So after laying our green, to make a second layer of your petals using the yellow ochre and the primary yellow. A second layer helps the paint not to look so transparent, and it helps you get it as real as possible. When it comes to acrylics, you have to layer. And the great thing about acrylic paint is it dries fast. So you have the option to layer as much as you want, and it's not as time consuming. So after you completed the second layer of petals, now you will fill in the center of your sunflower, and you'll use the colors blue, phthalo blue, and burnt umber. These two colors will make a dark color, not necessarily black, but it's dark enough. And on the side of your painting, write these words. It's the simple things. It can be whatever you want it to be, cursive, bubble letters, knock yourself out. Now, we are going to add details to our sunflowers. Take your paintbrush, take the color burnt umber and yellow, and add titanium white to the mix. This will help add dimension to your sunflowers. So you put it on the edge of each petal on your sunflowers, and you leave the center the way that it is. Now remember, your sunflower is a bit different at the top. because they're at a different angle. So your petals are going to look a bit different from the bottom ones, and that's okay. Now we're going to add some dots. If you notice in sunflowers, they have these dots. So the color you will need will be burnt umber and yellow ochre. You mix them together and make your dots. And then after you make the ones on the outside in the brown part of the sunflower, you're going to grab primary yellow and make dots around the darker area of the sunflower. And after that, you're going to highlight your stems. You're going to use the colors green, and you're going to use the color white to highlight your stems. And I have a vase. I'm sorry if you didn't see it, but your vase can be any shape that you want it to be. And I'm adding water. So you're going to need the color phthalo blue for this. You're going to make an oval shape at the top near the vase and the sunflowers. And you're going to need the color white as well to make a highlight in your water so it can look three-dimensional. And there you have it, your very own painting. It's the simple things. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And also, I made my mother do this tutorial. She was my little tester. And here's her painting. It came out great. I hope your painting comes out great as well. See you next time.